Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Code Man Movies. Today, I want to do a little bit of Oscar stuff here. I wanted to, I'll talk about the Oscars towards the end of this video here. But first, I wanted to rank all 10 Best Picture nominees by what I thought was the worst out of the 10 to the best. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Mr. Chester saying hi. Say hi, Chester. He is terrified of light. I think I've already talked about this, but he doesn't like light reflection, so he freaks out sometimes. It is what it is. He'll get over it. In other news, guys, I sprained my ankle. My ankle is completely swollen right about now. I did that on Thursday, and it's been swelling. And now my calf is getting bigger too, so it's been a great time. Basically, can't work until next Thursday. I have a full week off, which sucks. I hate not working. It drives me nuts. So, yeah, guys. But yeah, we're going to spend the video talking about the Best Picture nominees. Grab your drink. Today, I am drinking a peach iced tea flavored water because, well, I'm not supposed to be drinking alcohol or anything besides water. So, yeah. But yeah, guys, let's start talking about the Best Picture nominees that happened for the Oscars this year. Starting with the one that I think is the worst, it's Tar for me, guys. I did not think this movie was that great. I think this is one of those movies that go in the category of technically well made, but the movie itself is not that great. Cate Blanchett's performance is fantastic. It's all right, Chester. Chester's crying now because he saw light from a car go by. God, is my dog a big baby. Anybody that says pit bulls are mean, scary dogs should meet my dog. He is not mean. He's not scary. In fact, he's terrified of light. You heard me correct. It's all right, baby. It's all right, buddy. It's okay. Oh, you poor Shane. You poor doggy. What are you going to do? So yeah, guys, I thought Tar was a beautifully made film. I thought it was beautifully directed. Cate Blanchett absolutely deserved her Oscar nomination. The movie itself, though, is way too long. This movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes. There's no reason for this movie to be so long. In fact, I think it's like the longest out of every single Best Picture nominee this year. It is. I believe it is. Or no, I take that back. Avatar's longer. Take that back. Never mind. It's the second longest, though. No reason for this movie to be so long. The meaning, the message of cancel culture in this is so in your face and obnoxious, in my opinion. Not at all subtle. There's all this weird, pretentious, like, camera work that happens in the movie. All these weird shots that I just feel are so unnecessary and are trying way too hard. The character of Lydia Tarr is such a horrible human being. I don't know why I'd want to sit and watch a 2 hour, 40-minute movie about her. There's just nothing redeeming about her. There's nothing fun about her. I just was so by her character that I just couldn't watch the movie, and I was finding myself being bored by it. It's not at all a bad movie, but I will never, ever, ever, never watch this movie again. I just see no reason to. Absolutely no reason to at all. Cate Blanchett's performance is the best thing about it, in my opinion, and I can watch snippets of it on YouTube instead. Yeah, guys, Tar is just absolutely number 10 for me. I understand why people do like it, I guess. For me, though, I just, no. So yeah, guys, that's Tar. I think I gave this movie a 6 out of 10. I stand by that 6 out of 10. It is a well-made movie, just not a great movie, in my opinion. Oops. Skipping ahead. Oh, guys, you're just seeing everything before it even happens. Next up, guys, Avatar: The Way of Water. I've talked about this movie a couple times now. So I saw the first Avatar, thought it was fine. I don't think it's anything spectacular. Beautiful visually. I'll 100% give it that. This movie won Best Visual Effects at the Oscars. Well deserved, for sure. But do I think this movie is an incredible movie? No, I don't. Good boy, Chester. I do not think this movie is a good movie. It's well made, yes, but it's nothing spectacular in my opinion. The story is the exact same thing as the first one, just slightly different. Instead of humans invading Pandora, it's the whatever tribe, the Sully tribe, invading the Water tribe. It's the exact same story to me. And it goes down the exact same way. Big fight towards the end with the exact same villain as the first movie, just in an Avatar body. And it's Titanic instead of on land. I just, it's the same to me. I don't, yeah. Again, visually incredible. I don't like Sully as a character. I really don't. Um, Natiri is a great character. She's sidelined. Sig Weaver's character has all this stuff going on, and it's really going nowhere. She's the clone daughter person of Sig Weaver's character in the first one. Okay, but what's the point? I feel like there's so much going on in this movie. It's overstuffed, way too long. It's like 3 hours 12 minutes. This is definitely the longest out of the three. I think Tar's second longest. And it's fine, guys. I saw it twice in theaters. It was a great experience to see in IMAX 3D. I did see it in IMAX 3D both times. It is a fantastic experience. It does feel like you're underwater. So it is cool. I'm not going to deny that. Rewatchability, though, I will watch this movie before I go see the third, but I'm already forgetting it as it goes on. Same thing with the first Avatar. I watched the first Avatar in theaters last year. I remember a lot of stuff that happened in it, but I don't really remember everything in it. I know I give it the same grade as this one. It's a 6 out of 10 for me. It's good. And I understand why people do like it. If you're a big science fiction person, you do like this movie, great. I'm so happy you like it. For me, it's kind of eh. I apologize if you hear my dishwasher. My dishwasher's going. Probably shouldn't have did that, but it is what it is. So you guys, Avatar: Way of Water. It's better than Tar. At least there's some likable characters in it. I'll say that. Oops. Oh, nope. It is that one. Okay. Next up, guys, we have The Fabelmans. This was a movie I was really excited about. It is based on Steven Spielberg's life. It's about making movies. It's got Seth Rogen in it. It's got Michelle Williams, Paul Dano. I mean, Dano, that's how you say his name. Great cast. And I drove an hour and a half to go see this movie because it just wasn't playing near me when it came out. It was Black Friday this last year. So I drove an hour and a half to go see this movie. I had to go see this movie in a theater, and I had to see it right away. This movie is good, guys. I'm not going to say that the movie's bad. Again, it's just another movie, though, that I don't find myself feeling the need to rewatch. There's just nothing about it that was that incredible that I need to watch it again anytime soon. I do like the family story behind it, the idea of this boy's mother having an affair and how he's dealing with that and such. That is, and again, it's based on a true story, essentially. That's really interesting. That's cool. I love moments of this film. That scene where Danny Fabelman, I think his name is. I forget what his name is. But when he is making that war scene and he's using that baby carriage and stuff, that scene is so incredible. There's so many incredible scenes in this movie. But the movie itself is just eh. Judd Hirsch getting his Best Supporting Actor nomination for it. Perfect. Well-deserved for sure. That scene's great. There's a couple scenes with Seth Rogen in here that are great. The movie itself, though, is just kind of, yeah, it's a movie. It's good. The score is great. John Williams' last score with Steven Spielberg, awesome score. Technically, it's fantastic. All acted beautifully. Michelle Williams got her best. She's got Best Actor. It should have been Best Supporting, I think, but it is what it is. Deservedly so. Everything about this movie is beautifully done. At the end of the day, though, it's a good movie. It's good. It definitely got me emotionally and such like that, but again, it's not a movie I'm going to be rewatching anytime soon. And it's a movie I slowly start forgetting as it goes on. And I just have no gumption to rewatch it again. I have no want to rewatch it again. So that puts it kind of low for me. So yeah, guys, Fablemans would be number 7 for me. Wait, is that 7? 10, 9, 8. Sorry. 7 for me is going to be All Quiet on the Western Front, guys. Another movie, there's something, there's a similarity here with the movies here. Another movie that I have no feel to watch ever again. This is a different kind of don't want to watch. The other ones are just movies I don't want to watch because I don't feel the need to watch them ever again. Actually, out of all the movies we've talked about so far, Avatar is the one I've seen twice. And I've seen all these movies in theaters, by the way. Avatar is the only movie I've seen twice. And that's just because of the 3D and the beautiful of it. This is a movie that I just don't want to watch ever again because of how brutal it is, how hard of a watch it is. This is a very brutal movie. This is a hard movie to watch. This is a bloody, gory, messed up movie. It really is. It is a very tough watch. And because of that, I just don't feel the need to rewatch it. However, it is such a good movie. It really is. The big thing that really brought this movie down for me, though, was this side plot with Daniel Bruhl's character. And basically, it's kind of like the behind the scenes of the war. This movie should have stuck with Paul and should have been Paul's experience. It is very much a movie that's anti-war, which after watching this movie, I don't know how you can't slightly be anti-war. This movie is just so insane. It is a foreign film, and more people should watch it, even though it is a foreign film, and it's going to take people away from it. It's on Netflix. Watch a half hour of it, take a 5-minute break, watch another half hour. You get it. This is something that should be watched. It should be experienced. I think this is an important movie. If you don't want to watch this one, fine. Go back and watch the 1930s English film. I have not watched that one yet, but it's the same story. I mean, I would assume it's going to be something that's still going to sit with you. And this is just one of those movies where I don't ever want to watch it again because it's just something that will stick with me. I will remember every bit of this movie without having to need to watch it again because it hit me so hard. But because I don't want to watch it again, I'm pushing it back. I don't think I said what Fabelmans I gave a 7 to. I would agree with that still. I think I gave a 7 to. Maybe it was an 8. I'm going to stick with a 7 for Fabelmans. This movie, I gave it an 8. I'm going to stick with that 8. It is a really solid movie. I just don't ever want to watch it again. And that's my biggest problem with this. I don't ever want to watch this movie again. However, it is a very good movie. Definitely deserved its Best Picture nomination for sure. Next up, guys, Triangle of Sadness. This was the most recent of the Best Picture movies I've watched. And I found myself really enjoying this movie for the most part. It is a strange movie in the sense that it feels like 3 different movies. The first part of the movie is kind of about a relationship. Second part of the movie is on this, rich people yacht. Third part, I won't necessarily spoil, but it is a different part of the movie. And it's 3 separate movies is what it feels like. 3 different things going on. And there's a lot going on with this movie. There is a message that is in your face with this one quite a bit, but it uses it in a very dark comedy way that I really enjoyed. I love the dark comedy in this movie. Acting in this movie was fantastic. Overall, I gave this movie a 7 out of 10, which is a lower score than All Quiet on the Western Front. The thing is, this is a movie I could see myself rewatching, even with its flaws. I would rewatch this one again because it is so interesting, because it is such an interesting dark comedy. I would definitely rewatch this one again. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. Out of all the movies nominated, I just can't believe this movie was nominated for Best Picture because it is so insane. I just can't believe the Academy all grouped together and said this is one of those movies that needs to be nominated. That's interesting to me. It's just so insane. I absolutely love the cast though. I love where the story went. I love how bonkers it was. This movie reminded me very much of The Menu. Has some of the same ideas. It just kind of takes it up quite a few notches. Yeah, guys, this movie's insane. It's a movie I don't really want to talk too much about because I don't want to spoil this movie. I feel like this is one of those movies you just go in blind, knowing basic things. Just looking at the poster and getting that information going from there. Again, R.I.P. to Charlize Dean. I don't know if I said that name right, but did such a phenomenal performance in this movie, and she's gone, and that's awful. That's terrible. Um, all this crew, I don't even, besides Woody Harrelson, I don't know any of these other actors. They all did a fantastic job, and like I said, message is way too much in your face at times. The movie is a little too crazy. There is a poop and puke joke that goes on for way too long. But for the most part, I really enjoyed this movie. And out of all the movies we've talked about so far, this is the one I will definitely rewatch. Maybe sometime in the next year, maybe in the next 5 years. I don't know. But I can see myself rewatching this at some point. It is an enjoyable movie. Now we're going back to movies that I don't necessarily want to watch, guys. But this movie is so spectacular. It's such a simple premise. It literally is what the movie says it is. It is women talking. It's a group of women coming together who are sick of the sexual harassment that they are experiencing in this Mennonite community. And they have a discussion. Should we stay here or should we leave and find a better life? And that's all this movie is. It is so beautifully written, though. It won the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay, deservedly so, because just so beautifully written. This movie is so riveting, and it is just people talking, women specifically, just talking. And I loved it. I really did. Again, because of the material, because of what it's about, it's not a movie I'm going to be rewatching anytime soon. But I could see myself eventually someday maybe rewatching this one. But just, it's such a hard movie to watch in a sense because of the material. But such a strong film. It really is. All the performances are so good in this movie. The direction in this film is absolutely fantastic. Just, I was surprised how much I actually loved this movie. And there was a twist in this movie that I did not see coming. And I really enjoyed it. It is a good movie, guys. If you have not checked out Women Talking, you really should. It is such a phenomenal movie. I'm so glad I saw this movie. What are we at now? Number 5? I think this is number 5. Either 6 or 5. Phenomenal movie, guys. It really definitely deserved that Best Picture nomination. When a movie is nothing but talking and it's good and enjoyable, you know that's a good movie. So, Women Talking, absolutely fantastic. Elvis. I struggled with finding a spot for this movie, guys, because I enjoyed this movie. I did not love this movie. This is another movie that I believe I gave a 7. Women Talking, I gave an 8 to, I think. A 7 or an 8. If I gave it a 7, I'm going to switch it up to an 8. It is a really good movie. Elvis's movie I gave a 7 to. I stick with my 7. However, this is a rewatchable movie. There's a lot of things about this movie I do not like. But this is a rewatchable movie for sure. Austin Butler's performance makes the movie. Tom Hanks' performance does not make the movie. I did not like that performance at all. Baz's use of color, though, his cinematography is good. It is crazy. It's all over the place. It's bombastic. But it is the story of a very interesting human being in Elvis Presley. Again, I did not love this movie. I've seen it twice. This is a movie I saw twice in theaters as well now, besides Avatar. And I did not love this movie, but I did enjoy it. This is also the one, too, that I find interesting that it was nominated for Best Picture. Again, it's not a bad movie. It's good. It's kind of all over the place, a little crazy at times. The editing was so annoying to me in this movie. The first time I watched it, I was literally front row looking up at it, and I was getting sick watching the movie. So yeah, guys, it is an enjoyable movie. Performances are absolutely fantastic. Besides Tom Hanks, I can't believe I'm saying that, but Tom Hanks' performance is absolutely terrible. I could not stand him in this movie. But I think it does a great job of telling Elvis' story, and I think it did justice to Elvis Presley. So, yeah, not my favorite, but an enjoyable movie. I'm so glad Austin Butler did not win Best Actor, though. it was seeming like he was going to win, and I just not the biggest fan of Austin Butler. I don't know what it is about him. He just I don't know. He gives me weird vibes for some reason. Just not the biggest fan of him. He did a great job in this movie, though. I'm not going to deny that he did not deserve a nomination because he made the movie really good instead of just like the 6 out of 10ers. He gave it a 7 out of 10. I will probably rewatch this movie again someday. It's not a movie I hate. It's just not a movie I particularly love either. So yeah, I think that's what is that, number 4? Let's get into movies I actually love now, guys. Talking about the Banshees of Inisherin. This was a movie that was in my top 10 of last year. In fact, these next 3 movies, if you see my top 10 movies of 2022, there's going to be no surprises here. Banshees of Inisherin is such a great movie, guys. I absolutely love this movie. I love that they brought a donkey on stage. It's not the Jenny the donkey, but it is a donkey, and I love that bit that Jimmy Kimmel did. Performances in this movie are so great. Both Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson deserve those nominations. And if I had to pick between Austin Butler and Colin Farrell getting the Oscar over Brendan Fraser, Colin Farrell gets it way more than Austin Butler does, in my opinion. He is so good in this movie. He does such a great job playing this super nice man who is so hurt by this thing, which he should be hurt by. Brendan Gleeson does a great job playing this. Again, another nice person that just is being passive aggressive and a butthead. Both spectacular, heartbreaking performances. Kerry Condon did such a great job with this. And it's just a beautiful story. This is a movie that doesn't have big flashy moments necessarily. It's just a story about friendship and a friendship ending, which is heartbreaking. But there is that it's a funny movie at times, which is interesting. It has those dark moments that are funny. And it is just a great tale. I really do enjoy this movie quite a bit. A movie that was in my top 10. Like I said, I will definitely be rewatching this again. First time I saw this was unfortunately at home, and I hate that's the first time I saw it. I did end up going to see it in theaters, though. Thank goodness. It's just such a great movie. Direction in this movie from Martin McDonagh is great. I don't know if I said that right. I'm not good with names. Direction is great. I love Barry Keoghan, I think, also nominated. Fantastic. So yeah, performances all the way around great. I just love this little, it's not a real island, I don't believe, but it's such a great, even the island as a character is great. I just love this movie. There's so much great stuff about it. Another movie I don't really want to talk about, though, like you should just go into this one kind of blind, knowing it's about a friendship that ends. And that's it. It's a breakup story. Something we've all experienced in life, whether it is an actual romantic breakup or a friendship breakup like this. We've all experienced these things, and it's just great, guys. I really do enjoy this movie. There is an 8-bit game out there, too, now. Google that. It's kind of basically Pac-Man, except you're collecting fingers and avoiding Colin Farrell's character. It's kind of great. Check it out. It's kind of funny. It's awesome. So yeah, guys, Banshees of Inisherin, absolutely great movie. I gave this one an 8 out of 10. I'll stick with that. Couple things that are a little crazy and over the top. Some things towards the end that I just didn't totally buy. Other than that, it's a great movie. Next up, guys, Top Gun Maverick. This is a movie I've seen more than any other movie on this list. I think I saw this movie, how many times? 7 or 8 times in theaters. This is the last movie I ever saw in the AMC theater that was in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So this movie is always going to have a special place in my heart. It really is. And I probably shouldn't fold my leg that way. That really kind of hurt. This movie is just incredible. I absolutely love this movie. Thank you, Tom Cruise, for waiting and making sure that we waited to get this movie in a theater, because the theater is where you should see it. I started watching this movie at home, and it got stopped very quickly. I couldn't do it. I don't want to watch this movie at home. I will eventually probably watch it at home, but this movie needs to be seen in a theater. This is a theater movie. The sound design of this movie is so spectacular. How this movie did not get nominated for cinematography blows my mind. It's just so incredible. This did win one award. What did it win for? I honestly don't remember what it won for. Maybe it was sound. I can't remember. It won one Oscar, deservedly so. Um, it really is such a great movie. I love all the characters in this movie. I love where Maverick is at in his life in this movie. Again, just the action sequences are so great. I even love like in the first movie, Top Gun, the volleyball sequence is just kind of unneeded. They make the football sequence work and feel needed, and I love that about this movie. They everything feels needed. There doesn't feel like there's scenes in here that really doesn't necessarily need to be in here. I think maybe the movie is a tad bit too long in the sense that the movie kind of ends three different times, and it doesn't need those endings. But at the same time, it's fine. You don't care. It doesn't matter. You just keep going with it. This movie made me cry. It continued to make me cry every time I watched it. Um, it's just such a great movie, guys. Direction's fantastic. Just everything from this movie, fantastic. Thank you, Tom Cruise. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for saving the cinema, as Steven Spielberg said. Um, yeah, guys, I love this movie so much. It's such a great movie. I don't have a lot of bad to say. I really don't. And lastly, guys, my favorite movie of last year, Everything Everywhere All at Once, the movie that won like all the Oscars. I think it won 7 out of the 11 nominated, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress. It won for Best Original Screenplay. What was the last one? Was it editing? I think it was editing. I can't remember. One more. Yes, it was editing because it was the second movie he ever did. Um, Guys, what a great movie. I think this movie is insane. I love it. I love the craziness of it. I love the Daniels last film, Swiss Army Man. I love this one even more. The heart in this movie is so beautiful. Another movie that made me cry from last year. This movie packs such an emotional punch. Bagel all the way, baby. I just love this movie. It's insane. The editing is so amazing. The cinematography in this movie is great. The story is completely original. Of all the movies that came out this last year, this is one of the most original movies for sure. Probably in recent years. It is so original, so great, so crazy. I loved it so much. All the acting is so good. Stephanie Hsu honestly would have been my pick to win Best Supporting Actress if I had to be honest. I thought Angela Bassett was going to win, and she did not, which if you saw Angela Bassett, she wasn't, she was disappointed by that one. Um, but yeah, guys, I love this movie so much. I really do. It is such a phenomenal movie. Definitely a movie I'm going to be rewatching again. I cannot wait to see what the Daniels do now. I would love the Daniels to like get a Marvel movie and let Marvel have their own movie with, of course, some few things that need to be in there to make it a Marvel movie. But I can't wait to see what they do. I cannot wait. I mean, to see like a I wish that they had gotten Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Can you imagine what that movie would have been? I just, oh, this movie is so perfect. It just, everything about it. I love this movie so much. Such beautiful visuals, such a beautiful story, such a warm, beautiful movie. They managed to make a scene about rocks, something that was beautiful. And I just, bravo, 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 bravo. So yeah, guys, that is the rankings of the Best Picture nominees. I do want to talk a little bit about the Oscars. I think overall it was a very good show. Jimmy Kimmel, as he was the last two times, was a great host. Uh, Liked a lot of his jokes. The only jokes that I didn't necessarily love was when he was out in the crowd waiting for Rihanna to set up, essentially. That, some of those jokes, I feel like that wasn't the plan, and it just kind of came out that way. Um, the performance of What a Life or something like that from Everything Everywhere All at Once, not the greatest. I forget what that other song was. There was another song that was fine. Lady Gaga's Hold My Hand. I like that it was kind of just her playing with her band. It felt very Top Gun Maverick, especially with her clothes. Her speech at the beginning, though, kind of just made it annoying for me. Nobody else gave a speech before their song, and it was just like, I don't know, it was too much. Gaga needs to like bring it down a bit, which is weird because that performance was probably her most brought down performance ever, but I don't know. She did a great job though. I love that song, I really do. Not to winning that song, that's awesome. That performance was great. I wish they had gone out in the crowd more for that performance though. That performance was so crazy and insane. I need to watch RRR, I really do. um, Jamie Lee Curtis was the biggest surprise for me. I thought for sure Angela Bassett was going to win that one. um, I'm happy Jamie Lee won. I do feel like that was more of like a legacy kind of Oscar. um, Jamie Lee did give a great performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once. I just don't think it was like Oscar worthy per se. I do think Angela Bassett or even Stephanie Hsu should have won that over Jamie Lee, but I understand. I was talking in our film group chat and I was like, I'd be okay if Jamie Lee won because I want to hear what she says. And she did go up on stage and give such a fantastic speech. Um, I love what she was saying, how we've all won. It's not just her. We've all won. And I do like that. And it did get me emotional. It was Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress right after the other, and they were the first to go. And Key, I can't say his name, Key won. And we all knew he was going to win, but geez, what a speech. And then right after that, Jamie Lee, and it just killed me. And I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm getting emotional because holy crap. And then they went to commercial break, and there was literally just a shot of Jamie and Key just hugging and embracing, and I was just a mess watching that movie. Um, just insane. It really was just so beautiful. Michelle Yeoh being the first Asian actress, I believe, to have ever won. Fantastic. I love that. Um, Definitely think that was deserving. Um, I wanted Brendan Fraser to win. I'm glad he won instead of Austin Butler. I kind of predicted Austin Butler would have won. Like I said, I'm glad he didn't. Um, yeah, I was very much happy with who won for the most part. Little things, just there was little ones that I was like, but that's fine. Documentary feature, I haven't really watched any of them, but I heard that documentary feature wasn't that great. Um, So, maybe that. Short animated, the horse, the mole, whatever one it is. It was good. I think Ice Merchants probably should have been the one that should have won. Yeah, guys, other than that, Everything Everywhere kind of took everything. I hated when Melissa McCarthy and Haley Berry came out and did that commercial for Little Mermaid. It was so unnecessary, so stupid. We complain about how long the show is, and you had time to put in a stupid Disney trailer. Good God, that was dumb. It made me so mad. Other than that, guys, yeah, it was a good Oscar show. I don't know what the ratings were. I hope this helped with ratings. But yeah, I'm so happy that Everything Everywhere All at Once won. Oh my God, the other thing we need to talk about too is it's fine if you're going to play the music to get a presenter off that's been going too long. However, when you have 3 people that have won and you only allow one person to speak, that drove me nuts. And I did notice it was, I forget if it, I think it was yes, I believe it was a short. I believe it was documentary short. The Elephant Whisper one, it was Indian people from India ladies. I don't know how you say that correctly, I guess. One person got to speak and they were played off. The next were white old gentlemen that won. Both of them had a chance to speak. What the hell? That is not cool and not okay. Let people at least speak. Again, that third person, if they're going on too long, fine, start playing them off. If the first person of the 3 is going on too long, fine, start playing the music. Let the next person come up. Stop playing music. Let them speak. Do not put in stupid time for stupid Disney movie trailers for a movie that's probably not going to be that great. Let's face it, none of the live action Disney movies have been that wonderful. This is really starting to hurt. Again, I don't know why I keep doing that. But yeah, guys, you need to let people speak. That drove me nuts. But for the most part, other than that, guys, it was a fairly decent show. I loved a lot of the speeches. You could tell people were very happy just to be there. And it was a beautiful, emotional night. And I'm so happy I enjoyed it. I did end up watching it again on Hulu because I wanted to watch it again. I love watching the Oscars. So a successful Oscar year, I'd say. And I liked most of the movies that came out for the Oscars this year. A few of them I didn't think should have been in there. But for the most part, I enjoyed all the Oscar nominees this year. The Oscars got it right this year, I'd say. Especially since Everything Everywhere All at Once was my favorite movie of the year. So you guys, that is the end of this video. It's getting on a little long. So let's end it here. I will probably have time to watch quite a few movies this week, guys, since I can't do much. So let's expect another video soon here. Watch a few more movies and have a few more movies to talk about. Until then, guys, yeah, I will see you then. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep living life. Keep enjoying life. Watch Everything Everywhere All at Once if you haven't, because good God, it's such a good movie. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.